Welcome back. Every time I work a shift, I am forced to relearn and learn things in a different way. So, I had a patient who's in their 40s, BP was high, had chest pain, and had left arm, left leg weakness. And the issue is, if I can't control the blood pressure, you can theoretically convert a stroke, a ischemic stroke, into a hemorrhagic one if the BP is not well controlled, especially if you're going to give something called TPA. This is a different talk, not saying if TPA is worth it or not. All I know is I'd have to be considering it. My left arm and leg are not moving. And I'm like, whoa. Don't worry, chest x-ray is done. Me standing wasn't widening. BPs were equal in both arms, but like 225 over 115 or 117. And that's not ideal for strokes, right? Because strokes have like this magic number of 185 or 115. Get both the systolic and diastolic down. So how are you going to do that? You can get push things, and what we've been able to push, because the heart rate was way over 50 in the 60s, 70s, 80s. Hers was 80s and 90s. I give some pushing. I could push beta blockers. Emergently, the one key to thing is beware if the patient's wheezing, right? If the blood pressure is too low, well, not blood pressure too low, if he has too much bradycardia. So bradycardia, or patients who are actively wheezing with bronchospasm, be careful. Right? Unless they're tolerant and they've been on the medicines and not causing any problems before. Right? So if you're trying to aim for blood pressure control with IV pushes, instead of a hydralazine that could precipitously drop the BP too low, there are quick ways of remembering this. Some people get nervous about this medicine and give it in 10. Today's... They get nervous about medicine if they haven't pushed a lot. Most people are going to be aggressive with 20. The lower the dose, the more frequent you can push the medicine. Okay? Intracranial hemorrhages, people like to control real quick. If there's a bleed, quick. And then start an infusion. I'm going to tell you straight up. We love to diversify. We love to control things acutely with maybe Labetalol pushes, and then follow this with another class of drug that may or may not work, Cardene drip. And the Cardene drip doesn't cause bradycardia. That's the reason people don't like Labetalol infusions. Let's go back. Usually for a stroke or something acute hemorrhage, acute hypertensive emergency, preeclampsia, you can give 20 milligrams every 3 to 5 minutes. I think of more than 5 minutes, pushing it and watching it, cycling the machine. All right. That makes sense to your target. Keep repeating this. 20 milligrams IV push, repeat until targeted BP. Or you could be more gangster, start at 20, and then because you're going to be giving higher doses, between 40 to 80 milligrams, aliquots, right? You should be a little bit more cautious because BP can drop. Too much. That makes sense? Too much. Right? The onset's within minutes. Within 5 minutes, you should be seeing some type of manifestation of the heart rate and BP dropping. Okay? It's not replacing Esmolol for continuous BP or heart rate control, like dissection. It doesn't do it as well as Esmolol. But you can give 20 milligrams and then 5 minutes. No, in the higher dose aliquots of 40 to 80. Again, higher dose. Wait every 10 minutes. So it'll be 40 milligrams. So I could either do 20-20. It'll be 40. And then every 10 minutes it'll be right? 40 milligrams. That'll be already a total of 80. And you give another 40, be 120. And you could either continue, right? Every 10 minutes, 160, and then stop at 200. Some people even target, you can go higher to 300 milligrams. So, how are you going to get that, right? So you can do 20-20, 40, 40-40. That'd be 80 on top of this, 120. You get a little nervous. You're like, oh, do I give another 40 or an 80? watch every 10 minutes to see how tolerant this BP is, right? So 200. And then another dose of 80. 300. Now I'm going to tell you straight up. This medicine, that IV push, it's going to last at least, the effects are going to last for between 2 to 4 hours. I'm not talking about the half-life. Okay? You may have to adjust this slightly or think about it theoretically if there's liver disease, because it gets processed through the liver. Not just for kidneys, not just for adults or pediatrics, other than for kilos. Maybe less dose. Make sense? This is what I learned and try to control ladies' BP. It was 225 or 117 CTA of the proximal part of the aorta, no dissection, causing her neurological deficits. So I felt comfortable giving it. Hopefully she's better. So this is just a little quick rundown of Labetalol. The higher the dose, the more you have to wait, like 10 minutes. The lower the dose, like 20 milligram aliquots to targeted BP, make it 5 minutes. Make it easier to remember. Okay? These are just suggestions.